Hello guys, welcome back to Oceanic Gaming's Winter Arena Qualifier. Now we saw Absolute Stomp take us our first game, so well played by Apex, but now we're into our second game. It is going to be, on our blue side, Team UTS, up against them on the red side, the villains. And I tell you what, Zol, you here, you ready for this one, man? I'm excited for game number 2.
Yeah, me too. I mean, that was a great game last game. Really interesting team comps there. I'm hoping for the same here. But yeah, straight away from UTS banning out Jace. That's got to be a targeted ban because Jace is he's not weak, but he's not really ban worthy.
Okay. Just having a couple of issues just shortly, just getting our technical glitches fixed up. But in the meantime, we can still talk champion select even if you guys can't see it. It's going to be Jace making his way onto that first ban. Morgana banned straight out by the villains, and Vi is going to make the third ban, the second ban for Team UTS.
Yeah, Vi, I haven't really seen that many Vi bans. I mean, this could be something about their team comp because they don't want to have this kind of hard initiation. So maybe they're planning on running some sort of hyper carry, or maybe a Twitch who's seen a lot of play recently in Korea and China, or maybe even a Vayne. We'll see. But LeBlanc banned out over on the side of villains, which is again kind of one of those kind of standard bans which you see so often just because she's so strong. Don't want to fight against that.
Well, it's gonna be next ban. Waiting for it. 5 seconds remaining before we get to our next ban. And, we do apologize for some technical issues. Our streamer currently having some issues. Seem to be getting back into it. I believe we're back now. Rise is going to be the third ban coming out. Such a powerful champion, but he has been that heavy contested first pick. Banning him away, do we expect to see a Jack's first pick again?
We'll see if the villains leave him open, but yeah, I mean, Jack's first pick is kind of interesting because you can take him first pick and then either put him in the jungle like what we saw last game, or maybe just run him top. But we'll see. An Orianna ban, which is a really interesting. I don't know if that's targeted or not, or maybe something towards the team comp. But wow, straight in, we want Nocturne.
We want Nocturne. I mean, this is the patch with the changes to Feral Flow. We discussed them last game. No longer scaling healing on hit. And, well, he still gets that bonus damage, but no longer that scaling on hit. And when you cancel that Baron later on, once he's got about, 30, 40 stacks, it just goes down really quickly, but he doesn't lifesteal so well.
I think most junglers can solo him at 40 stacks as well. But, okay, there's a Jax lock-in, which I'm not really surprised because Jax is really so strong. I mean, didn't really get rolling when we saw him last game, but, yeah, this is almost certainly going to be a Jax top lane, seeing as Elise has been locked into. And yeah, I mean, I assume it's going to be a Nocturne jungle. Now, I have seen Nocturne top before. It's not terrible. I mean, I kind of like it actually, but I think he's just better in the jungle. So let's assume he's going there.
It's more a specific counter pick, and when you lock it in first like that, you're not specifically countering anything.
No, unless you're saying, oh, I can beat anyone with this, but I doubt that's the case. So we'll see what they're going to lock in here.
Think about a couple of picks, but we did see that Jackson and Elise locked in, and this is the changes as well to the turrets. The turrets no longer in that bottom lane have a lack of damage early on them. Oh, sorry, no, a lack of resistances on them early. They do have that 20 damage buff that both the outer top and mid turrets have as well for that first 8 minutes. So don't feel like we're going to see that 4-man setup for turret push.
Wow,
that is an aggressive set of lock-ins. That's a Trundle and a Tryndamere.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think we can assume that it's necessarily a Nocturne jungle now, because all three of those characters could jungle in theory. I mean, yeah. It could be Nocturne mid because he's going to have a better time against Jax, I suppose.
Okay, I'm getting it through. Tryndamere is Lulu.
Okay, Tryndamere is... Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, so then, yeah. So then, okay, let's assume that it's going to be Trundle top against Jax, which is okay. And then, yeah, Lulu mid, I assume. It could be lowly support. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't quite know yet. I mean, she has been rotating back down towards that support position a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
different supports.
Not able to do those double good lances anymore, so seeing a bit more in support these days. Wow.
That's a Zyra lock-in. Could we potentially be seeing the return of Zyra support here?
Well,
that is two SKT skins that they could potentially have right now.
Yeah, and you know, actually, we saw Zyra. Well, I saw her yesterday. Pumandu played her, but you know, he likes Zyra anyway, right? So for SKT1, he wanted to rock his own skin, and he did, and he won, so that was good for him. Spoiler alert, sorry. But yeah, I mean, Zyra under support, so you could actually even play mid lane. I mean, when you get some good AP on Zyra, she's so nasty. The damage is just absolutely huge, but much more common in the support role. So we'll see what happens there.
And Lucian as well, they competed for 80 carry. And picking up a Nidalee, I mean, we could potentially see support Lulu this time.
Yeah, it's more than likely going to be support Lulu this time, but that's
all the heals and stuff. That's everything sitting in front for that Jinx as well.
But I mean, normally if you're going to pick a Nidalee, you're going to ban out Yasuo because, well, you saw last game what happened when you see Yasuo against Nidalee. And this sets up a potential counter pick for this mid lane. Well, what we assume will be mid lane matchup of a Nidalee against, well, could be Yasuo. I don't know, we'll have to see who they lock in here, but that's very risky, I think.
Well, there is one pick remaining sitting out as well. You're expecting that Lulu to go the support role. Nidalee doesn't scale as well without gold, so...
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, Nidalee's support can get gold. She just doesn't really buy that many support items. But, you know, what you do is you want to poke out the bot lane as much as you can, harass. And, you know, when you pick up a few kills and you go tier first and then try and rush just some AP. And, you know, Nidalee works well as long as you get kills. And it's going to be Zed. I mean, it looks like they want to have those SKT skins.
Well, Zed going to be locked in, so it's going to be Zed versus Lulu in the mid lane, more than likely. Zed versus Nidalee in the mid lane.
Yeah,
Zed versus Nidalee, wrong way around.
Probably Nidalee, but it could be it could be a crazy Zed support, which is so next level, no one knows about it. I mean, we'll have to see. But yeah, kind of interested to see how they actually go with that, and yeah, and why they opted not to pick Yasuo. So go on.
Do we expect the aggression to be coming out early from either team here?
Yes, I think that the villains are definitely want to aggress because Zyra's actually got that excellent CC level 1. I mean, it's like a Dark Binding, but it goes through everyone. So really nice. And you know, we talked about this earlier with the trinket changes with the 30 seconds. From 30 seconds you can use them. Just means that you want to kind of invade and get some vision down. So even if it's not going to be a level 1 fight, you want to invade just to, you know, to know what's going on. And if you don't, you actually add a kind of disadvantage.
Well, just shuffling our lobby back around, getting both teams into their correct orders. And then going to be jumping back in. And we should be underway just a second. And having a few issues, but we'll be back in. Apparently our guys don't know exactly what they're doing.
Oh. No. Let's not blame anyone. Let's blame the players because I mean they couldn't lock in Lulu properly. So
yeah, that's totally it. I mean, you know, Tryndamere is clearly equal to Lulu.
Yeah, well, I mean they're very similar champions. I mean, both of them have a giant. No, only one of them has a giant sword.
Oh, but she has a giant glitter lance that does damage.
No, she doesn't. She's a giant hat. You're confusing hats and swords.
Hats, right?
Yeah.
Hat, sword. You can see where I'm getting mixed up here.
You're clearly not a hat salesman.
No, I'm clearly not.
But neither am I. But I know more than you.
I mean, I could sit here and I could talk to you about potentially buying a car. I know more about cars, but hats, maybe not. Anyway, back into that champ select. They're just going to ban out random champions. It doesn't really matter. Virai is coming away for UTS. Don't forget, UTS, blue side. The villain's going to be our red side. And looks like they're trying to band out the make the law bans here. No, never mind. They ruined it.
No.
I was looking for the Sandra ban.
No,
I
much prefer to see it when it's like a TSM sucks or something like that. Like the old days.
Everyone used to spell out TSM sucks with their bans. It's crazy. It was fantastic. We loved it. But getting in here, and of course, Ludwig locking in that Lulu for the bottom lane. Gonna see 60 seconds remaining to get their final chance to lock in all their runes and masteries that are so important. You know, mastering different kinds of damage. That's mostly important. Runes, they're just there to ruin your day. And well,
I feel like if I respond to this, I'm going to be encouraging you to make these kind of jokes. I mean, I don't know how to just to stop it. Like with a dog, you hit a dog in the nose. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. But Skype doesn't yet have that feature. Maybe it's for the next version.
Yeah. just need to put in that flick me in the ear button in Skype, and then I can stop making these jokes.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the word I was thinking of, but yeah, something like that. Flick you, yeah.
I mean, do you have when you look at this red team, you do have Grandmaster at Arms, and you have the Master of Shadows. So there's a lot of mastery here. Yeah. Maybe they have an extra 5 mastery points per player.
But I mean, you have a king on the other side. I mean, Trundle's a king, right? He's a troll.
He is. Well, he's the troll king.
Yeah.
I mean, is it the best thing to be the king of trolls, or is it better to be a strong champion that you can win your lane with? But
well, if that's going to be a troll, I'd always be the king troll. But yeah, anyway.
Let's talk Jax versus Trundle in that top
lane. Jax versus Trundle in the top lane is kind of, I think, early on not very interesting. But it will eventually be Jax's lane. And the thing is, I mean, Trundle's great against tanky top laners because he steals those tank stats. But I mean, Jax won't be getting a tanky item until maybe after he's finished his Triforce and Ruin King. Maybe they go for a random or something like that. But having a look at the summoners, both top laners have a teleport. So yeah, that's nice, and they want to be able to join in fights there. And pretty predictably, is it Cherry Boy in the mid lane? He's got exhaust, which is really a great pickup against the Zed, because you know, Zed's going to be coming in close, and then his death mark is doing so much damage. So just having that exhaust really helps. And I'm trying to think anything else unusual. Exhaust for Zyra, which I guess is also pretty good against the Jinx.
Well, with the heal changes on this patch as well.
Yeah, I mean,
no longer removing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you could go Ignite, I suppose, if you want to be super aggressive. But Jinx, just because we know if it gets to like real late game, Jinx can be an absolute terror once she's got 1 kill, 2 kills, and gets excited, just running around, just wrecking faces. So having that exhaust is going to be real nice. And
there's a really nice couple of setups here. Great peel for Jinx in form of that Pillar of Ice coming out from Trundle. He's got great peel in that. And then you've also got Lulu and Nidalee there. Lulu for shields, for heals. There's the Polymorph that can come in to stop Jax from really speeding on her face. 2.5 seconds it levels up to. And then you've also got Glitter Lance as well to slow him down. Jinx will eventually probably build a Ruin King, and she'll be able to Ruin King as well, kite away. Couple of exhausts, not just one. Then there's the heal. This composition exactly seems like they're putting all their eggs into the Jinx basket, and then only relying, apart from that, onto the Nidalee Spears. That seems like everything.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a poke comp, and so they have pretty good wave clear. I mean, Lulu can help, Jinx can help, and you know, they have, I think, arguably the better wave clear. I'm not sure. I guess it's about both equally bad. So yeah, I mean, again, like we saw last game with Nidalee, they want to have some poke and then fight, but you don't really want to wait for 20-30 minutes when Jinx is going to be big, because if Jinx is big, then Jax is big, and a big Jax with all his items is going to be so nasty. And then, you know, you can assume Zed has a good chance to assassinate someone if it's a 1v1. I'm
going to do something funny this game. And,
oh really? Not a joke, I hope.
Implant the idea in your head of a strong team comp. And we're going to go down the red side first. Dane on that Jax. Dolph's on to the Spider Queen herself. Going to be in that mid lane is the Zed pick. Going to see the Purifier played at 80 carry in the Lucian pick. And then finally, making sure that idea is directly implanted onto your screens. The Zyra at support. Man, that couldn't have got any better.
I want to see some damage added in Zyra, actually, because I mean, I saw it watching All Stars of Pumandu. I think he got like Spirit Visage and Sork Bridge as soon as he could, and he was just putting out real nice damage there. Although he did get a kill by Elimination in a lovely kind of barren trap. Definitely check that VOD out if you have a chance.
Gonna go across our blue team as well. It is going to be up in that top lane. It's going to be the King of Trolls. It's going to be Trundle. Turnham Nocturne coming out for AKG Sucks. And Jenny Boy in the mid lane on the Nidalee Jinx, played by Chuffer this time at 80 carry. And Ludwig going to round out the team on that Lulu as well. And I don't know, is this too much all eggs in one basket later on? Do they have enough early game to get through these first couple of hectic dragon fights? I mean, I really feel like Jax, Elise, Zed, Lucian, and Zyra, they all hold dragon fight power early on into the game for the villains. And is there any way that University of Technology Sydney can deal with that dragon fighting comp early on?
Poke. That's the answer. If you're a poke comp, you need to poke, and you need to, you either poke the enemy team out, poke out the villains, and then take the dragon. Or when the villains are trying to take dragon and you have a kind of dragon fight, that's when you poke. And if the spears are landing and you're doing well, then great. Or you do something like that, or maybe you have your two top laners going at each other, and the first one who tries and teleports, you either disengage and you take the tower, or if it's your team and you teleport, you have the advantage and you fight. But the answer is poke. If you have a poke comp, the answer is always poke. If you're not poking, you're doing it wrong. And really, you don't want to have Nidalee in Cougar form up against Jax and Zyra in Lucian's face eating the culling. And this is the danger of poke comp.
They have some great siege too.
Well, I mean, they have decent wave clear on both sides, I think. But if you're a poke comp, you don't want to fall behind, and that's always the case. If you fall behind, it gets very hard to get back into it. And we have the usual pause just to let everyone load up, because I think someone's probably running a potato, maybe.
They were just making sure that that their toast was cooking by utilizing the correct computer, the one attached to the toaster. And I know all my viewing looks a lot better when it's attached to a toaster. I mean, you get that lovely toasty smell, that floury smell coming away from your monitor. It's great.
Why does your toast smell of flour?
Because bread's made of flour with flour in it.
Bread does not smell like flour, dude.
Toast does.
No, it doesn't. You're crazy.
Yes, it does. Have you ever burnt flour?
Have I? I've smelt flour.
Have you smelt burnt flour?
No, I don't. I generally don't just cook flour.
It smells identical to toast.
Really?
Yes.
Well, if you're telling the truth, I've learned something today, and I think I'll be testing this out later. But for now, we're into game. Maybe Twitch chat can help us. If you guys know what burnt flour smells like, tell us.
Please do in the chat. And
I'm being told bread is made of flour. I know that, but it just doesn't. Cake is made of flour as well, but burnt cake and burnt toast does not smell the same thing. That's crazy.
Well, cake does have a lot more ingredients, but there's less in flour. But anyway,
don't talk about this anymore. This is ridiculous.
Wow, look at that! Look at that trinket placement. That's gonna miss everything.
You know what I love is the villains. They didn't flinch. They're like, yeah, we're in this brush, but we're not gonna move.
We're not gonna move.
So UTS have got no idea, because normally when you see a Lulu walk up in front of you, you're going to jump on her, but they haven't moved. So this is probably going to be a red buff invade, and they have no idea, and they don't have any vision which is going to spot this actually. So yeah, really nice by them. And
this is a really late invade though. I mean, it's just going to put Jax in that top lane. But he does have teleport. Is it worth burning teleport early on? There's a ward gone down. Trundle roams around. They get some spawning out on towards that opposition red buff. They know that they're not anywhere near the red buff on the top side of the map, and now that delayed invade is coming, and it's going to be a 5-man invade.
I've got no idea. They're going to
and oh no, they finally spotted it out. Chopper is in trouble. There goes the counter strike, forces the first flash from Lulu, and now they get this red control. And well, Nocturne, he's got nothing. He's got absolutely nothing out of this, and Jax is going to teleport top. What a great advantage to put in that jungle. Nidalee gets some poke out.
And I mean, actually, what I like is that they forced a flash, so Dan. He doesn't use his own flash. He just says, "Okay, great, we get the buff. You use the summoner." So it's a pickup for them, and he doesn't use his flash, which is so important having a lane. But wow, Chubba going pretty hard.
Absolutely, and I mean, he needs to. Onji Fudges eats some poke as well. I mean, it's all on, and Lulu's the one that's receiving the least out of that in the bottom lane. And that's always.
Lulu's channeling her inner Tryndamere, I think. I mean, she's going pretty hard.
But level 2 early for Chuffer. Picks that one on. And, well, immediately the bottom lane backs up. But around the map, it's going to be Elise picking up her second red of the game. She doesn't even bother going to her blue. And this puts Nocturne behind, not only in Feral Flare stacks, but also in levels. And, well, he's a long way from getting back into this game just yet.
Yeah, and just, him not having his red buff is going to probably mean he's not going to try and do any early gank, because he's not the strongest early gank, and unless a lane is super extended or they're poking around in his jungle, he's got a very small chance of actually killing them. So he'll be farming, and actually Elise, who has great gank potential, especially when the lane is pushed up to them, could maybe look to go towards his bot lane after she finishes this blue, although OMG Fudges, it's pretty low though. I mean, you don't want to bait in your ADC, because if they fight, he'd probably die.
And Pleasing in the mid lane looks to trade out. But as well here, there's no laners that are looking for a gank from the side of UTS. They're all kind of just like, yeah, we'll just scale. We'll just scale and we'll allow Nocturne to farm. But if the pressure gets applied to them and they get denied that farm,
Look, oh, here's
and they get so far behind.
And he landed cocoon.
Jenny Boy's gonna burn that flash. Gets away.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice flash, but you know, no flash on Jenny Boy means that I reckon Dolphs will maybe do some race and then come straight back here.
Absolutely. Well, Pleasy, he's got the advantage in that lane. Throws the shadow down aggressively, and now he's looking at Jenny Boy. They trade a little bit back and forth.
Pleasy does have his ignite, don't forget.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's no heal.
No,
just
it's
exhaust.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets on there, that's not going to stop Ignite. Ignite's true damage.
And see, my ONG Fudges hasn't backed. He's stayed to get the CS, but that means that he really can't do anything in his bot lane. He just has to sit at turret and try and farm.
And he's 10 CS behind already, with only 30 CS on the board for Jinx and 20 for himself. And now Dan Dane goes aggressive in that top lane. Dolphs comes around as well. They're looking for that cocoon. Oh, 2 ganks, 2 flashes burned. Dolphs successfully roaming that jungle quite well.
Yeah, doing a great job. And AKG Sucks is here mid lane looking to go on onto Zed, but Zed is pretending he's going to back. And AKG Sucks just gives up.
He can't make a gank in that lane though, but he does get a nice pink ward out into his own jungle. Zones his enemy, means that he at least has that safety on the bottom side of the map, and it's harder for Elise to roam mid this time.
Yeah, actually pretty interesting. He's opted not to go for a Feral Flare, but go for a Spirit Stone, so probably going to be an Elder Lizard, but possibly an Ancient Golem there. And I mean, it just means he's probably looking to gank more than he is to farm. So he's not going for the more kind of selfish route, where Feral Flare doesn't really get good until, you know, good 15 minutes into the game.
Oh, in the mid lane though, Chetty Boy goes. It's gonna be Paris Blood picked up by Zed, and then Chenny Boy picks up the return kill, but at least he picks up that first blood. Returning to the top lane is Dolphs. Dane jumps away, looking for that last bit of damage. That volatile's finally, it's gonna pick it up. Dolphs picks up a kill. No, it's a trade kill! The turret takes the damage. That's 2 trade kills on the map right now. And look at this from AKG Sucks. He's roaming up as well. He spotted out with a ward. Dane immediately gets out of there.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Turret's OP. I mean, so far, Turret's the MVP of this game. They've basically made 2 kills happen. Man, UTS, they're going to be loving their turrets. I hope they protect them. You know,
bottom lane. MG Fudges goes very aggressive, gets flame chopped up. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to flash away.
He says go for it.
Be aggressive.
Oh, great.
The damage. And well, Deadly Bloom picks that one up for them. And a bottom lane that looking like it was into the advantage from UTS. Swung vastly back by that kill right there.
Yeah, I mean, villains living up to their names, and it's pretty bloodthirsty on that of insane. He was just sitting there tanking the wave. He was like, "Yeah, come at me, bro." It's like, I'm plants. I got plants, bro. It's fine. And yeah, great job. But
Well,
let's have a look now. Okay, so now Chenny Boy's gone for his Grail. So well, it's Chalice, but it's going to go towards a Grail, right? Which is never really ideal against you know, such an AD heavy team.
Oh, Jax hits 6 on the top lane. Gets that counter-strike off. Nice bit of aggression. Dolphs is sitting on the side as well. Just kind of says, if he turns around and goes for you, I'm here, buddy. I'm here for you. The same for you, those all.
Oh, nice bit from Chenny Boy there.
Man, I mean, if you wanted me to gank for you like that, I'd be like Dolphs and just be like sitting in the bush and then they engage and then I just sit there.
I'd just give me more support, but come on, just fight out amongst yourselves.
Just here. I'm not going to do anything, but I'm just over here. I literally just came to give you, you know, that I'm here, but I'm not here. I'm here, but I'm not here.
Okay. I think that's the best way. The best response is just
Just to get off the topic entirely.
Yeah.
Well, seconds of the buff start to spawn. AKG Sucks picks up that second red buff, which is important. Now he's roaming directly to his blue. Doesn't want that one counter jungled.
Well, that day, I mean, he had a great advantage, but it somehow disappeared. I don't know if he took a turret shot, just minion damage, but he was about full life and Exorath on half, and now it's not the case. Exora? Exora?
Exora.
Exora. It's Oxora now.
No, and Trundle just immediately pillar back.
Shots and a pillar.
Subjugate will have the damage. He's trying to get out of here. That frozen domain times out. He's gonna flash away as well. Exora can't follow him. Oh, Dane. Just a little bit too over aggressive there, and well turned around by Exora.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that you want to bully out Trundle as best as you can, but not under turret. I mean, he took 3 shots there. I mean, it's a greatly placed pillar by Exora there, making Dan take 2 shots.
Absolutely perfect. Any further back, and it would have knocked him further away.
Yeah, real nice. And Ludwig there is clearing out some wards. So they're trying to kind of get some dragon control there. And now Nocturne is 6, so there's a great gank potential from him, especially if villains are going to play aggressive like they were last time.
Well,
We'll see what happens there. Mid lane, a bit of brawling going on, but...
I was thinking, please, that Cutlass, he might turn around with the death mark. But Dolphs, he's on the wings. He picks up a pink ward for himself, clears it out. Will he go further aggressive into the jungle and clear out another ward as well? No, he just plants it.
No, just he wants to jungle. His blue buff's up now, and I don't think he's going to be giving that to Zed.
Screw showing myself in the lanes, blue buff's up.
I mean, that is my solo queue experience, not about yours. Now, AKG Stacks is here, and he does have his ulti, and the range is... they're in range of him now.
Oh, they're certainly in range of that. Elise is coming down.
And they're both 6. But they didn't want to gank with the minions that turret there, so I think they opted not to do it.
Does walk over wards, so they know exactly where he is. Now they know exactly where AKG Sucks is.
Hey, there's a pink ward there.
Yeah, they're going to spot that one out soon. Chenny Boy comes around for a little bit of help.
This top turret's almost dead.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
Dendane has been pushing the entire time, and look at the CS lead, 10 CS and an assist, but Trundle has a kill. So they're basically even at this kind of point in the game. But if Jax gets that first turret, I mean, his support will this one back up, and then, you know, you can think about roaming down for that dragon with the teleport.
I mean, the gold isn't telling the story, because actually Trundle's up in gold, but they're going to fight now, and Dandin actually goes in with Counter-Strike and the Leap Strike.
Upscape, though, and instantly gets the Cutlass out from Sora. He's trying to do anything he can, but look at that creep blocking on towards Dandane. He kites into the Dukes into the bush.
War
Gonna
jump.
walk
Yeah.
away. Well done. That was some really nice juking into that bush, baiting time for his Leap Strike to come back up, and Leap Strike's out of there. Well done, Dandane.
No, and I mean, you know, actually Trundle does have the gold advantage, has the item advantage with a bit of cloth armor and the Cutlass, and of course with the Subjugate going to have that extra armor. So, yeah, Dandin, I don't think you want to fight quite yet. Wait until you have your Ruin King or your Triforce. Because, I mean, actually, he could get dived if AKG Sax comes up top. But AKG Sax is still bot side, and he spent so much time sitting in his Tri-Brush doing not a lot, and I don't think there's any chance for a gank here unless they want to dive real deep, and he finally decides he's going to go.
Who's got the higher level 6 damage here on towards this bot lane? I mean, I'm kind of sitting here thinking, going, yeah, it'd probably be Zara Lucian, right? And he just wants to be there if they dive.
Yeah, I guess Zyra does do more damage than Lulu, I think, with her, if she gets her plants out. And
so it's going to be in the mid lane, and Nocturne's going to show up for this one as well. Pleasey, Deathmark. Oh, Chenny Boy goes down to the Ignite, and he's going to get out with that. Oh, that shadow that he left so far back. Picks up a kill in the mid lane. That was some great ganking right there from Dolphs.
Yeah, and it was a nice try of AKG to try and counter gank that, but it was a counter gank, right? I think Dolphs ganked first.
Dolphs ganked first, and then that Paranoia.
I think the Paranoia was maybe at best to try and save Chenny Boy, because I don't think that he had any chance to actually get a kill there. I mean, they're going for Baron. I think they can. Not Baron, Dragon. Sorry, that'd be very early. Hasn't even spawned
they don't
yet.
have Deathmark anymore, but they do have plants and spiders. There's so many things to tank it up here for the side of the villains, and they pick it up. There it is. Dolph's great smite from him. They pick up a ward as well, and AKG sucks. There's had that pink ward there for ages. Has picked up several wards with that one.
Yeah, I mean, he's. I don't know why villains haven't gone and cleared it out. They must know it's there, but I guess they don't care. And there's no reason to clear it out straight away, right?
You know what the great part there was?
Dolph's taking big damage mid lane.
Yeah, and now Chenny Boy, he's looking to dive underwards. He maybe a little bit.
Oh!
Flashes back in, hits the swipe. And then also that Q as well.
You wouldn't expect Chenny Boy to do that because, you know, he was taking turret shots, so probably Dolph's thought, I can harass back a bit. But really nice, well, that's outplay by Chenny Boy, really, because, yeah, simple outplay, great job.
And Ludwig roams towards this mid lane to put some pressure down. That
turret. Be careful there, because he can't defend this.
Easy, a little bit aggressive, still has that spell. But something I was going to note, that free drag that villains were able to pick up meant that Chase could back in that top lane, but in the bottom lane, Jinx is overextended, eats the grasping roots, and then into a Stranglethorn, and she goes down. And that's a great pickup with Lulu roaming towards the mid lane. You got to put some pressure down somewhere. She's going to go base. They could potentially pick up a turret, but let's get back to that top lane. I was just noticing.
Now they're standing there, standing and banging.
Subjugate. Sora, I mean, he's got a lot of bonus stats right now. Cutlass comes out from Dandane. Nidalee's up here as well. Chenny Boy hits a spear, and now Jax is in a lot of trouble. He's going to ward up again. Oh, the flash on the top. Oh, Sora, is he a little bit too deep? He doesn't have that flash anymore, and now Dandane, he's trying to get out of here. They will hit a spear if they can get past it. He's going to dodge that one. He's going to live. Jax gets out of there, and now Elise and Zed, they're roaming up as well. Super Mega Deathstroke. Yes, though.
Gonna hit. Wow.
Off the screen. And now Dandane, he's going to leap back towards that ward. He just doesn't know where to base, does he? And now Dolph's is going to spot out Sora. There's the repel in. He's looking for it. and he's going to be forced to back off. He gets out of there. That was such an extended gank, such an extended bit of play. But yeah, let's talk about Jax now.
Okay, well, let me tell you something right now. That is why you buy wards. You don't solely rely on your trinket ward. You buy normal wards, right? Wow, death mark used on Sora.
A lot of damage. The death sentence. Death mark. Sorry, won't do enough. It's not a death sentence this time because he's not Thresh. But
Nice recovery. Nice recovery. But yeah, Dandane really he has wards to thank. I mean, he had his trinket ward and he had a normal green ward in his pocket to use for this sort of occasion, and a great job. But it's going to be a bot turret pickup there, and wow, Lucian burning his flash and his heal. I mean, this is the thing, when you support Roam, that's great, but if your AD is alone, that kind of stuff happens.
Trundle's going to teleport mid in the meantime, and now Dolph's Pleasy and Insane looking to back off. They burn the teleport from Sora though. Okay, can we get back to this, Jax, now? Yes, we can. We got bases. We can go back to it. Right. So, what I was noticing was that UTS couldn't get in there anyway, make any plays on towards that dragon. So, what that did, that left Dandane free to base and use his teleport to get back into the lane because he'd be back up before the next dragon. And the dragon had already been taken. And so that was a really nice pickup and a playthrough coming out from the side of the villains.
Yes. I mean,
yeah,
nothing
that's
to say.
For like 3 minutes, and the guys are just like, no, Rank can't say anything.
Action, sorry. Gonna interrupt your thoughts. I mean, yeah, actually, Dandin, he backs with not quite enough money to actually get his Ruin King, so instead he picks up a Phage, which it's never really optimal to kind of have your build split in half, but Phage is going to give him that ability to run away. So that's maybe why he's picked that up, I guess.
Run away. Oh look, Shuttle's for the run away.
I mean, if I'm Dandin, hopefully I've learnt my lesson. Don't try and fight Exora at the moment, because he's got Ninja Tabby as well. He's equal in items. Well, let's see how it's going to go this time.
They're training back and forth.
There's a pillar.
But Nocturne's coming around from the side. There's no knowledge of this coming out from Dandane.
Yeah, but Dolphin's here as well.
At least will be on the background. Jax not going to live through that one. And that's some nice damage. A really nice game coming out from APG Sucks. He needed to get that one off too.
I mean, I think Danny's just being a bit too aggressive there. I mean, you know, he knows there's no turret there, but he had no vision of the river, so he had no idea that AKG was around, and that's going to be a turret picked up. So a turret and a kill down. I mean, that's the
culling as well. Yeah. Wild Growth forced out in the bottom lane. Fudges doing a lot of damage on towards Choffer. I'm not sure if at this stage Choffer should be sitting there auto attack trading with Fudges when he's got that Light Slinger double reset passive.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to be doing this, and I think this could be a turret going down soon, because they have Stranglethorn, so they could, in theory, push this wave up to the turret, put Stranglethorns down, force them out, and take the turret, and just walk away happy. But we'll see what they do. I mean, literally, it's coming down though. Tenny Boy will be here very soon. So can they get this? I mean,
drops very low.
There's no wards in the river.
And now they're going to be going in towards Ludwig, and Nidalee now on the back side of this. Fudges. Yeah, that's half his HP. The exhaust as well dropped on towards it. The teleport coming from Jax. Mega Death Rocket cleans that one up for Chuffer. And now he's excited. Dandane gets into that leap strike. Gets exhausted immediately as well. And now they're trying to run away. Oh, great. Mikhail's Crucible. Gotta get him out of there. But that's his teleport down right now. Another spear fight. Once again, this dragon available a couple of seconds. He's stuck on the backside. Jax is going to leap strike out. He's still quite low. Can Dandane finally escape this time? Zap, not going to hit. Spear misses once again. Shady Boy is still running for this one. Zed is now looking to engage on towards Lulu. He's going to pick up that kill. Counter strike goes out, but it doesn't matter. The takedown's there for Chenny Boy. But in the meantime, they did pick up a lease for Nocturne as well. And Zyra goes down to Chuffer's jig.
Please is there. And is going pretty hard.
Please don't fight that. Pleasey. That would be... Pleasey, don't fight that. Please. Wow, I mean, that's so aggressive. And I mean, I tell you what, Dandane is not having the impact that he needs to be having in this game. I mean, Chanda wasn't even there, but it was like he was. I mean, they absolutely wrecked them, that team fight, and they're going to get this bot turret. I don't think they can defend this. Teleport went out from Trundle in the mid lane. He stopped the push coming out from Pleasey. Oh, that turret! It lives.
One hit.
And the culling comes out, but of course, that's an excited Jinx. You're not going to catch it.
Too strong. Okay. And this is a great time for the dragon, although they are very low. I'm not sure if they want to actually do this or just clear it out.
They're certainly getting some wards down. Nidalee is about half. She's just a bit over half HP, but Chuffer, he can't fight that one for sure. And then they come. They get the ward coverage down. They clear that one out. Dandane's going to clear the one in the back of the pit, so at least they know what's going down. But they're happy. They got an inner turret, and they stopped the middle turret from going down as well.
And so you need this. they really need this dragon because I mean they were behind. I mean they're just 200 gold up now, but I mean if you look at the towers in the map, I mean they've only picked up 2, whereas UTS they picked up 4, and they've just been playing so aggressively. And it's fine to be aggressive when you have ward coverage, but when you don't know Nidalee upon you until you actually see her on your screen, it's too late. There's no getting away when you have no turret to run behind.
Well, they did at least try to play it aggressively on the backside. Dolph's going to clear out a pink ward. Look for it. There's the pillar. Spear comes in. He's going to miss. He's also going to miss the cocoon. And now they're looking to engage. Sora is coming in quite aggressively. And there's the wild growth as well. In comes the Zedot. They're trying to turn it back around onto Sora. Will they find the damage? Yes, they do. And now the paranoia comes through. Pleasy's going to be the focus. AKG sucks. He's a long way from his team, though. And that spear being tanked up by the plants and the spiders. They will trade at least for Nocturne. But that is 2 kills picked up for the side of the villains. And, well, now they look like they're finally going to get this mid lane turret. Zed's going to go base.
I'll tell you what, the hidden MVP of that fight was OMG Fudges. He actually tanked up the Mega Death Rocket from Chuffer there, so it never even reached the fight.
Well, that was well done by Fudges. And now Zap going to come out.
The ward finally goes down, that pink ward that lived, I think, since about 4 minutes into the game. So they got the money's worth from that. Finally
goes down, but can the villains take a turret right here? They're certainly trying. Couple of attacks are coming onto what's Chuffer. Fudges
the spears!
Oh, Mikhail's Crucible going to come down onto Fudges, and he's going to get out of there. He's totally fine. Never mind. He was just trolling with this. It's like, I'll catch a spear, guy. Catch a spear. See what I can do. He's a cricket player. He's clearly a cricket player.
I forgot Australians play cricket, don't they? Yeah.
And Kiwis.
Yeah, I know you're sure, but I mean, I'm not used to people. No one in the country I live in even knows what cricket is.
What?
So yeah. Japanese people, they like baseball, they don't like cricket.
Okay. What are you doing over there? That's a terrible country to live in. They don't understand the powers of cricket.
Yeah, but I have good internet, so yeah. Shots fired.
Just because you don't need to pause every game.
Yeah, well, it's worth it for the internet, mate.
I mean, you know, should Riot OC introduce a pause feature into ranked?
It would get abused so much.
Absolutely.
I don't think that'll never happen, I think.
Yeah.
Now, Dandian's got his Sheen and he's got his Ninja Tabby.
So, well, Chenny Boy pushes up that mid lane. But Zed, he has got that blue buff now, so that's nice. At least the jungler of this game realizes, hey, you're a mid laner, have a blue buff.
Well, hey, don't say it like it's, you know, it's the right of a mid laner. Blue buffs have to be earned. This is my feeling as a jungler.
You're saying 8-0-5 Yasuo doesn't get a blue buff?
Well, I think it's like, you're 8-5, you don't need a blue buff. That's... The jungler's mind is a complex thing. Okay. Now, this Jinx is getting pretty beastly now. Chopper's had a decent game. He's 2 for 2, but he's got his Bloodthirster. He's got his Phantom Dancer now. Probably going to look for.
As well.
Yeah, I mean he's up and almost 50. So he'll be happy with that. And this is the thing. Now Jax really wants to be able to 1v1 Trundle, but so far it hasn't been working out for him. Now let's see. Now that he's got a Sheen, what's going to happen? But meanwhile, Dolph Spiders are going to catch some spears, and I mean they're sieging in. And okay, here's a teleport coming in the back.
Comes in the repel. They're looking to go aggressive.
No.
Some
Oh my goodness!
But in goes the Destinus. Jenny Boy's going to be the focus. Immediately jumps back out from Pleasy, but they did burn the Wild Growth. So Wild Growth for Deathmark. I don't know which team come out better right there.
Well, I'll tell you what. UTS came out better because Exora actually pillared Dandin's teleport, breaking him out of there.
Dandin's teleport, but Den didn't take him very low up on that top lane as well. He's got a leap strike away. Another great pillar from
I've seen this story before. I know how it ends. Yeah.
It's too late though. Late turret goes down. And that teleport, you mentioned it, cancelled out by Trundle.
I mean, this is the thing. If Trundle's not in the fight, I don't think UTS cares because he's just mostly going to tank up damage. But Dandin on Jax is a real damage source, and having Trundle keep him top lane is great for UTS. I mean, they're going to pick up this inner turret, and they're sieging on this inhib turret. I think they're going to get this actually. Might just tank it out.
Low. I mean, this would be breaking the base. This is the important part here. They have to break the base. Once the base is broken, the game becomes so much easier for them.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about poke comps. If you get behind, it's very hard to get back into it. But they're not behind, and wow, insane. I mean, he just took some insane damage, from that spear there. And I think they're going to tank this out and just hit, there you go, one shot from Jinx and it's dead.
And AKG sucks, going to be the focus. That Stranglethorn's not going to find anyone. The repel, Dolph's looking to go aggressive. Oh, the turnaround on towards him with all that poke, and suddenly AKG sucks goes down as well. Jungler for jungler at this point, and now Jax is going deep, does get a great counter-strike. He's looking to pick up on Chuffer. Can he find the damage? No, he can't. Gets whimsied, and that means he's going to go down as well. Wow, two kills for one. UTS just suddenly turn this game on its head, pick up 2 turrets in that mid lane. That inhibitor is now wide open, and those 2 kills, they pick up Dandane, they also pick up Dolphs, and man, it's just really good coming forward from them.
Yeah, I mean, that was really good for them, and I think Villain's a bit too aggressive, because either way, if I was UTS, I would have left AKG6 to die, because I mean, you got a turret, giving up 1 death when someone who got snared, that's fine. But actually they went so hard, and actually some spears landing from Tenny Boy means that they could turn that into 2 kills. So yeah, they're going to be very happy. UTS are definitely in the driving seat here, and I mean, it's not like Villains are so behind in gold, but it looks like they are, because every fight that's happening, it's not working out for them.
Well, Trundle, he's now finished that round in Zoman, so he's a lot tankier than Jax, and we mentioned it. I mean, they picked up that inner top turret as well. Trundle picked that one up before roaming towards the mid, so it was actually 3 turrets picked up, and 2 kills for 1 kill in return, and they traded 1 turret back, so it's a 2-card advantage, and also a kill advantage. That's really what you want to be happening at this phase of the game.
Yeah, but I mean, I think in about 600 gold's time, Dan will have his Triforce, and then after another 1800, that'll be his Ruin King. So when he gets those 2 items, that's when he becomes a real legitimate threat. I mean, he did some great damage in that fight, and he was maybe in the middle of 3 people there, almost able to kill Chaffa, but it's just not quite having those items he needs, and you need to know your power points. I mean, until you get those items on Jax, or until you get at least 1 completed item, you haven't really reached that yet. So I think still not quite got enough. I mean, whoa, what is he building?
Well, he's going for a health crystal. He's looking for bonus health. Maybe he's looking to pick up 2 phages.
I really disagree. I think that's either a mistake or he's not thinking. Because I mean, he needs to finish his Triforce. Because I mean, he can't beat Trundle 1v1. And if you're the Grandmaster Duelist who can't duel the Troll, who is, to be fair, 2 levels above you, then that doesn't look good for you. And I mean, I got to question his itemization there. I mean, split build is never optimal, as I said earlier, but he's split it again. So yeah, there's some questionable pickups there.
Pleasey gonna flash, find that death sentence on towards Chuffer. Great flame choppers. They do find the damage though.
Oh, scumbag
Zyra.
Wow.
I can't believe we both went for that. We're just like, yeah.
Just because that was so scummy. That was terrible. I mean, there's nothing really they can get from that though. I mean, there's no objectives for them, so really just right there for them to take. And I mean, to be fair, I mean, that was a flash and a ulti band by Pleasey, so it's not like it was for free.
But Chuffer goes down. That's always gold. And now the paranoia. They're going to focus Fudges. The Fear Tether comes out. Unspeakable horrors indeed. And there's only going to be the knock up on a Chatty Boy from those Stranglethorns as well. Spear finds Insane. He's trying to run away. But this is probably going to be the end of his life. Another Dustbringer. And Nocturne picks that one up. So they actually trade 2 for 1 kill. And now Chuffer respawns as well. And they look to engage down this mid lane. Man, I mean,
look, it's going to be an inhib, I'd imagine. I mean, they can pick up this inhib now. There's no turret to defend. And I really like how AKG6 is built. I mean, we mentioned earlier, he didn't go for that Feral Flare. Because don't forget, he got his red buff invaded level 1.
Sora goes aggressive with that random Enzyme. Dolph's trying to come around on the backside, throws out the volatile swaddling, but Pleasey taking a lot of damage. Now they're going to focus on towards Dandane. And no, that's just the zone on the inhibs. Dolphs didn't use the repel there. He just gets bursted out, and now Killing Spree goes down towards Nidalee. They're just trying to poke him off, trying to find this inhibitor, not quite able to pick it up just now. They're coming back for it. The culling coming through, trying to do as much damage. Super Mega Dance Rocket Pleasey. Oh, that spear would have killed him if it found. And now the exhaust on a Chenny Boy. They're trying to pick anything they can up in this base, but they pick up the inhibitor and they're gonna back out. Gonna get away from this one. And, well, UTS, they break the base, they break the inhibitor, and now they've got the advantage for the next 4 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think they want a Baron since everyone is so low. So I would imagine they're going to back, or maybe just clear out Baron and make sure that it's not a return Baron from the side of villains. But yeah, I'm just having a look at items now. I think there's a decent amount of gold on more or less everyone. Yeah, Nidalee picks up another large rod. I guess it's going to be going into a Zhonya's. And yeah, finally now AKG6 is getting tanky, and I mean he's 1,000 gold off his Randuins, and he's actually almost got his Merc Treads as well, so he's doing very well for himself. So he's got putting out great damage, but also pretty tanky. And Chuffer's looks like she doesn't want to back until he can pick up his Eye Edge, which is not too far off. He's got to get that Agility Cloak. and then the combined cost.
Well,
But wow, I mean,
it's only a 4K lead at this point. You know, 4K lead at this point.
it's only a 4K, but it feels bigger, and I think Dandin almost has enough for his Triforce. Now, I don't know if he's actually going to finish it or just get a Spirit Visage or Banshees. Dandin, please finish your Triforce, and then your Ruin King, and then build other stuff.
He needs items, whatever they are at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to soak up this wave here, and this is going to be enough for him to finish something, but he does have his TP. He's got his TP, so it's okay for him to be there. But they don't have any vision on Baron side.
Well, absolutely not at this point. They have an idea that it might be going on.
They can't give us a free. They have to try.
Just gonna pop that one out, Chenny boy. They know that it's here. The teleport coming in from Jax means they can't kill the player. They're backing off the Baron so low. They could take this from the villains, but there it goes. Dante gets a great 3-man. Oh, Counter-Strike, and now Zed goes in. They pick up Jax. It's going to be the fight turn around, and instantly they go on towards Insane. And RMG Fudge is Insane very low. There he is, picked up. And now the focus on towards Fudges. He's going to go down, but they do manage to pick up Lulu. Oh, Dulcie went a little bit too aggressive on that one. Not quite able to pick up any kills. Baron resets, but look at this. UTS so strong. They just turn around. They back off the Baron. That was a perfect Baron disengage. And all of a sudden, villains were tanking it, and they just couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great Counter-Strike into Stranglethorns. I mean, a lot of people got knocked up there. But there was no follow-up damage, because I think the rest of the team weren't there yet. OMG Fudges was still around the other side. And I think he might have used his culling already. I mean, okay, wow, sorry. I'm going to stop myself in mid-thought. Dandin's finally finished his Triforce.
Yay!
But it might be too late. I mean, that I don't think they're going to get a better initiate than that. I mean, you get 4-man initiate when people are low and have the Baron debuff on them, and they got aced. So this is going to be real tough. I think if I'm villains, I don't want to fight until, let's say, Zed has finished whatever he's building. I don't know what place he's going for there. He's mixed up everything. And until maybe Dandin's got his Ruin King. I mean, defend your in-aim turrets can, but it's a bound up team. I don't think you'll win a fight there. But don't force any fights. Don't do anything rash. 'Cause, I mean, it's 8k gold and a Baron buff, so you're behind. You need to accept that. And if you're not surrendering, you're thinking you still have a chance, and that chance is late game Jax, I suppose. I mean,
he's comfortable to just go on the enemy assassin. Look at the damage he's dropping now. He's forced to back out. Subjugate is burned. In goes the Deathmark as well. They're trying to do what they can, but in the background, Zed taken very low. Dane, now he's going to go down, and it looks like the re-engage been absolutely fantastic from UTS. Fudges, look how low he is. All it needs is one Glitter Lance, one anything, and there it is, the Glitter Lance. Paranoia was burned as well, but they do pick him up. Now Chenny Boy goes a little bit aggressive, finds a spear on towards Insane. He's looking to dive a little bit deep. They turn it back around, and Chenny Boy, they're going to pick up a trade kill. That's always advantageous, but now, watch these turrets fall to the Jinx power. Dolce is going to try and defend it any way he can, but there's one turret, there's two turrets. They turn it towards the Nexus, and it's going to be UTS. They take it out. Very well played from them. Man, that Baron disengage was absolutely perfect. It was the right call. They peeled off it. They fought well. I mean, they didn't fight well enough. It was a little bit messy from them, but they peeled off the Baron. They made that call. They made it a united call, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, if you're going to finish the Baron, you finish.